Mit ist es bewusst doch, als Meiles Rashi ist Meiles Akitzo, das ist Rashi, aber wir lernen Rashi, es ist bei Riches. Fahr Meir ist mir noch Rav Shalom Avtzen, noch darf in Meir, dann noch ist mir noch Meir bei Emschach mit Rav Katzmann und Rav Moskol, was ist eine spezielle Sache, kommen mit Cleveland, von Cleveland mit der ganzen Mischproche. Es geworden ein Litzwische in Gemeinde in der Telge Yeshiva in Cleveland. Es geworden eine volle Chosset vom Reben, mit der ganzen Besproche, noch von Rashi Siches. Und sie kommen speziell mit der Besproche, mit Stadt sein dort, wird beten von Rav Shonober Avtzen, was der Chaker von Teles Achsidas, und mit schon noch in Daven Meir, wird noch in Mamschich sein. Rav Shonober Avtzen.
It's late. We're not going to keep everybody for 45 minutes. There's a few points that were mentioned that I thought I should explain. Originally, the Rebbe said to Rabbi Waldman that he planned on doing it only for 1 year. And we see this by the Rebbe in other situations as well. When the Rebbe gave out Likutei Sichos, he gave Chelik Aleph and Beis, that was, originally it was printed Tafshin Yud Zayin. It was 1 year. Then Tafshin Chof Beis, he gave it out again 1 year. That was it. It was a 1 year project. So this could have been a 1 year project. Just like Rabbi Shapiro mentioned that the Rebbe wrote to Rabbi Weinberg that this concept is mischazik by me to verbring every Shabbos. But the Rebbe didn't verbring from then on every Shabbos. He stopped. There was besides Shabbos V'Vork, and he verbring the other Shabbosim. But every Shabbos, it wasn't every year. Most of the years it was not every Shabbos. So the Rebbe was thinking of doing a one-time job, 1 year, for whatever reason. But because there was a sus dilatata, that's what caused the Rebbe to continue. And then as was mentioned previously as well, that the Rebbe wanted people's ishtatfus, that they should try to answer. I remember there was a Farbrengen that the Rebbe said, I said something that wasn't wrong and nobody corrected me, so like, what's going on here? I'm a head Netzu, what do I have to speak? Ad Krekach, the Rebbe once ausgedrückt, ich hat sich hereingeschmuggelt am Maimer kein Sicher, because the Rebbe did not feel that the Chassidim were giving enough, not attention, but enough chashivas to the Maimer that he was saying. So why should I say it? Later on, the Rebbe was asking that people should give their own answers or their own questions, and the Rebbe chose one of them, which Rashi to speak on. But it's not only that we're koching in the Rebbe's Sichos, which I take difference to the previous speakers. The Rebbe wants that we should be mishtatev in his Sichos. It's not that ich bin ich, and the Rebbe is the Rebbe, and I'm learning the Rebbe's Torah. The Rebbe wants that it should become our Torah. This is who we should be. It's not that I'm connected. It's I become this Atzem. I become one with him. And when you look through it, I mean, when the Rebbe Rashab went to Freund, what did Freund tell the Frierdiker Rebbe? He said, your father is bothered that he's saying so much Hasidus, and Hasidim are not appreciating it. The Hasidim have to show him that they appreciate it, that they're involved in it. And that will bring your father the menucha that he wants. What's he doing it for? So when we are learning Likutei Sichos, the idea is that we are to join with the Rebbe. It's not just I'm learning the Rebbe's Torah, I'm learning a concept, a chiddush that the Rebbe says. I become one with the Rebbe. That's one point that is very important to understand. A second point is that when you look at Likutei Sichos, different people mentioned it, but until then, how could a Litvischer Rosh Hashiva, a Litvischer Bacher, connect himself to the Rebbe? They have no musig. I remember I was in Chicago Tells. So I had the schus that the Rosh Hashiva was my balagola. I was in Chicago, and the Rebbe Farbrengt sometimes during the week, and I told him I have to be out of here at 9:30. He said, but Seder goes to 9:30. So I said, but I can't walk. I can't come 15 minutes in the middle of the Sikha. What's going to help me? So he said, I'll drive you. I'll deny that tomorrow you tell me one word. But the point is that they had no hasar. So he once told me in the car, he said, how does a Bach and Lubavitch learn Tanya when I tried and I don't understand it? So they had no way of connecting to the Rebbe, but when Likutei Sichos came out, or when the Rebbe Sichos came out, the Rashi Sichos, and most of the Rashi Sichos are on, most of Likutei Sichos are on Rashis, they were able, either they wanted to prove the Rebbe wrong, and they realized mechanisch, or they were able to understand that the Rebbe is not just a Chassidish Rebbe, whatever their muslik of a Chassidish Rebbe is. You had to be a Goin Olam to understand the greatness of the Rebbe's Haggadah. They say the Brisker Rav in Eretz Yisrael, Hagezanich gewusst as a Chochem, aber sag Goinach nicht vorgestellt. I couldn't, but the Haggadah, wow. But you have to be a Goin Olam to understand the Goiness in it. Over here, Rashi Sicha, the Rebbe puts it out. You don't have to be a Goin Olam, a regular person can learn it. But the point is not only that we should learn it. Obviously, we have to learn it. But this is the way that the Rebbe gave us an ability to speak to another Yid and show him the beauty of the Torah. And then they want to understand the godless of the Rebbe as well also, Gesundheit. But the main thing is you have a vehicle with what you could communicate to somebody that doesn't know Chassidus. You have something, if you want to go further and you want to say the Inyan Hasoy, the Yener Shel Torah, Gesundheit, but you have something to speak that the person can speak the same thing. I can halt him with you. He could hold it. He could understand it. And you might have to learn the ha'aris on the bottom and understand that this parish says this, and why the Rebbe says mechanisch sagen azay. So you have to become smart. Somebody told me that Chaim Shol, he said that when he went to Yisrael, he was sitting Shiva some years ago, Chaim Shol Brook, so all the Litvischer people, his relatives, some of them are not Chassidim. So Litvische people came to Menachem Oval, and they saw Chaim Shol and a Gevoi von Shas. So they thought he was a guy Neilam. Chaim Shol says, "Ich came nicht gelernt Shas." Aber jede Gemara, was the Rebbe bringt up, in order for me to understand what the Rebbe's kavanah was, I had to learn. I had to learn it. So therefore, I learned Kol HaTorah Kula. But this is a way, a vehicle to push it, interact with another Yid that's not Mechugei HaChasidim, that's not from Anash. But the point is, we are becoming one with the Rebbe. In my Hashara, the Indian of Chomesh LeMikra, with all the klolim that Rabbi Blau wrote, Tuvia Blau wrote in his Sefer Klolei Rashi, it comes down to one nekuda. Nicht da an ewige Wort in der Torah und alles ist bediuk. This is the same shita that the Rebbe's father uses, Reb Leivik uses in the Zohar. Why was it this person? Why does it say that? Why was it B'dafka they were going al Chef Yama by the shore of the river? Jede Zach in the Torah is b'diuk. And it's not only in Derech HaLimud, it's a way of teaching us Poshet as Jede Zach, the Torah is Emes Lamita in every aspect. I remember the Rebbe once said, "Aber sei steht in Torah." The Rebbe said about Ben Gurion, whoever is appointed to a high level, so people argued with the Rebbe. The Rebbe said, "Aber sei steht in Torah, what should I do?" And that is the point. It's not only, it's the Rebbe's giving us a way to view the world. That we have to understand that Yede Zach Azay is the Torah's Moshe, Torah's the David's Emes and Torah's Emes. This is what it is. And it's late, so we'll cut it now. But the point is, when we are learning the Rebbe's Sichos, the Rebbe's Maimarim, whatever it is, I always had, and I'll finish with this, I always had a question. Brings down in Chassidus, Anochi ana nafshi kesavis Yehovis. Ich habe eine Scheile für euch. Wie viel zweimal ist es gegeben? 102. Gut. Ich habe nur ausgegeben 16. In the meantime, der Weiler. Hat das ausgegessen, der Kuschkes? Du hast sich nicht reingelegt in sich im Ganzen? What? So was ist ein Nafshik-Service Jehovah's? Der ewig ein Nafshik-Service Jehovah's. Ein Mensch, was macht ein Bild, legt er sich nicht rein in dem. Ein Mensch, was macht ein Schira, legt nicht die ganze Sache und der Feind kommt nicht zuhören zu der Schir von der Goyim, weil es kann dir wirken. So was ist ein Nafshik-Service Jehovah's? Because when the Eibishter, when a tzaddik gives it, it's not only he puts it in him, but he tells you, you could take me with this. Mit dem, was du lernst my Torah, with this that you're learning my Torah, you could take me and become connected to me. So when we learn it, we're not just learning the Rebbe's Shita of Ben Chomesh LeMikra. we are becoming connected to the Rebbe, that the Rebbe becomes part of us. The Rebbe showed us how to look at the world. Pasha, the Rebbe shows us how to look at a Rashi, how to learn a Gemara, whatever it is. Everything is clear, everything is b'diyuk. There's no, so what, who cares? It's not a vital detail. Everything is important. And this is what the Rebbe wants us to continue. A gute Nacht.